Good morning, thriving warriors. Once again, a little bit too bright. It's getting too bright. Okay, good morning. Here we are once again, another day, another opportunity to do good things, to do things that are pleasing to God. Sorry for the late start. Had to completely rearrange our format once again as we continue to move forward, serving the needs of particular people. I'm just taking some notes here, serving the needs of a particular class of people, changing the format of the podcast match. So here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help you get from where you are to someplace better. From point A to point B, from Someday Isle to Successlandia, because that's the only reason you will be watching this. So we're going to talk a little bit about our 4-part transformational program, where we work on 4 fundamental parts of who you are, because if these parts are not all working, you will not maximize your journey through life, where our position is God's gift to you is your life, your gift to God is how you live your life. So in order to do that properly, number 1, first you need to make God number 1 in your life. 2, I would say the second most important thing is to control your emotions. If you control your emotions, then number 3, mental learning. That's what separates the winners from the non-winners, is their mind, controlling their emotions and their mind. Controlling their emotions is number 2, their mind is number 3, and number 4 is physical. Because once you get that, once you get number 1, 2, 3, you need to have a body that can physically endure life. You have to be somebody that can get their body to do what their brain, what their mind, what their spirit, what their emotions want them to do. So that's why we're here. That's where we're to help. We have a 5-part thing to this little podcast, which I'm going to try to get down to 10 minutes to prepare for the podcast, have an attitude of gratitude, review the day, plan for today, and then project into the future. See our future, be our future, make our future. So that's the simple 5-part thing. So start today by doing breathing exercises. I do the Andrew Huberman two-step inhale, 1-step exhale. So you're trying to fill your lungs up fully, and you got to use your stomach for this, but you need to get your lungs fully filled. Get those little air sacs filled in your lungs. Next, we need to have our coffee. This is our Pete's coffee, courtesy of Randy Bissell from Desert Oasis Commission down in Texas. As we're going to savor our coffee, let's talk about the weather. It's currently 68. Today's high is going to be 84. And plenty of highs and lows. Doesn't look like rain. Outside it kind of does, but maybe that's because the sun is not up yet. Okay, so attitude of gratitude. Start the day out in a positive way. What you think about, you bring about. Waiteva. So write in your book, I'm so happy and grateful now that. So 3-step thing. First write it, then turn it into a question, and then watch your brain as you ask the question. Turn your focus inward and see all of the things that you're grateful for. Scroll through, pop up, come on a line, whatever. You'll see You'll see them. No. Okay, next. Let's review the day. You might do this when you get to the projecting part, come back and do this, but review yesterday. What are the highs? What are the lows? It's easier for me if I start at the end of the day and I work my way back. Sometimes I start in the morning, yesterday morning. Sometimes I just look at what were my goals from yesterday. Okay, what were your goals from yesterday? So review the day. Very important to do that. Next, today's plan. Okay, today's plan. So if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Make your plan, plan your day, work your plan your work and work your plan. So two simple memes you can think of. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Plan your work and work your plan. It's that simple. See the ball before you throw it, then throw it what you see. Okay? Advice from an 80-year-old. Simple advice from an 80-year-old. Look people in the eye. You want to make your life better? When you meet people, look them in the eye. When you're talking to people, look them in the eye. Simple things, little hacks. The fly is back. Next, 3 simple goals for today. One goal we have is the chicken coop. Chicken coop. Okay. Okay, so down in the description down below, so good morning again, Wada Baby. In the description down below is where the juicy stuff is, where the important stuff is down below. Today's most important thing was Andrew Tate. So we're taking again, changing the format of what we're doing because I'm not communicating clearly what the purpose of this talk is. And so I get advice, I get critiques, advice, support, guidance, etc. on how to make this better. And so a little bit different, but so that's one thing, changing the format of the video to make it better. Number 2, a new lead for becoming successful in today's world, and that is Andrew Tate. So there is a link to an Andrew Tate video, which I really encourage everybody to watch. It's about what it is to be a man. And it's doing the things that you need to do despite your feelings. It's taking your feeling as a man, not as a woman, as a man, taking your feelings, put them over here and say, what is duty and honor? What is my duty? What do I have a duty to do? What am I supposed to do? And honor certainly could be, you could replace that with pleasing to God. But Andrew Tate is very clear. Manly men are the ones who succeed. Men who focus on their feelings and want to do things because it makes them feel good are not manly men, and they're not successful. So we'll talk a lot about firefighters. Firefighters do what they're supposed to do. They don't do what they feel like doing. They are often scared, but they do it anyway. say the same thing about soldiers, combat soldiers, effective combat soldiers. They do the things they're supposed to do. And historically, or from Andrew Tate's perspective, you have these ancestors that sacrificed for you to be here. And how would they feel if they observed your behavior now? How would they feel? So, becoming a manly man, doing the things you're supposed to do, not talking about your feelings. And that is what became apparent to me about why I do not like Tuesday nights. Okay, but that's a different story. Here we are, we're 10 minutes and 42 seconds in. Andrew Tate, that's all I want to talk about. Watch the video down below of Andrew Tate. Where is it? Uh-oh. Oops, I put it on tomorrow's. Okay, I'm going to add it. I will add it. Be Ruthless is the title. It's not really about being ruthless. It's about doing your duty. All right, so under today's plan, okay, sorry about this, people. I will get this done. Andrew Tate is the key for watching today. Just do that one thing, and then, of course, do the Baraka, but just do that one thing, okay? So I'm going to wrap it up because we're 12 minutes in. Two last things. Number one, I want to get from point A to point B. Act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Just do a little bit more today. Help other people, etc. Be more of a man. Focus on discipline. Focus on doing your duty, what you're supposed to do. Act such that everything you do is pleasing to God. Put God number one. Act like a man. And I think the Bible is full of manly men who did their duty despite what they felt like doing. In fact, they didn't feel like doing something else. They just did their duty. Was David scared? Well, maybe not, because he had faith in the Lord. But what if you didn't have faith in the Lord? You'd be scared. But as a manly man, you do it anyway. Then we just need to connect those, because at some point, David was not a believer. He was just a kid. And then as he went, he became closer to the Lord, etc. And then he became less scared because the battle is in the Lord's hands. So, cutting it now at 3:13. We will continue to get better. Following Nolan Bushnell's advice, will never be as crappy as we are today on this podcast. But thank you for being there. See you on the other side tomorrow, Sunday. And Shabbat Shalom, Shivas and Shalom, everyone.